Composer and musician Datuk Ahmad Nawab, who went to school with Ramlee, recalls seeing him in a scuffle.
Saya same school dengan dia, French Light School. Saya panggil dia budak keroncong. Saya selalu main bola itu. Saya tengok dia ada orang duk bergaduh tu. Bergaduh. Saya pun pergi tengok, ramai orang keliling lah, macam tengok boxing kan. Saya tengok P.Ramlee ni bergaduh dengan satu orang Cina tengah bertumbuk lah. Kalau tengok muka dia, ada kena pisau lah kat sini. Ada bekas pisau di muka dia. Parut dia. Tapi bila dia dah gemuk kan, dah tak apa nampak lah. Waktu dia kurus tu dia nampak.
But the wayward teenager's destiny was changed by a simple twist of fate. Ramlee was about 14 when the Japanese invaded and occupied Malaya from 1941 to 1945 during the Second World War. The Japanese left free movie tickets at post offices in the town centres to entice Malayan youths into their naval camps. It wasn't long before Ramlee and Sukadi got hold of those tickets. To their disappointment, it was a Japanese propaganda movie. But that wasn't the only surprise in store for the mischievous teens. At the end of the movie, they were forced into a waiting truck and ended up as instant recruits of a Japanese naval college. It was this stint at the college that taught P.Ramlee to speak fluent Japanese, play the violin, and later influence his disciplined work style.
Malam-malam bila seminggu 2 kali mengistirahat atau mengajar lah violin. Lepas graduate, saya pergi bahagian Jepun punya signal bendera lah. Dia pasal pandai drone, dia masuk bahagian torpedo.
Even while Japanese soldiers were committing atrocities outside their college walls, the two teenagers formed an attachment to the Japanese officers in the college who were good to them.
Dengar di luar saja lah Jepun yang kejam tu, macam sekolah kami tak ada. Jepun surrender dengar semasa dalam training, malam lah kami dengar radio. Jadi kami masuk store, semua pedang-pedang Jepun saya dengan Ramlee ambil. Sembunyi. Tapuk sembunyi lah. Takut dia orang Jepun harakiri.
3 years after the end of the Second World War, P.Ramlee and Sukadi were spotted performing at an agricultural fair in Penang by B.S. Rajans, a director with the Shaw studio. He invited both of them to audition as musicians at the studio and left them 2 train tickets to Singapore. The two friends, who had never been out of Penang, decided to accept the invitation and try their hand at show business. They set off for Singapore on the morning of the Eid Muslim festival that marks the end of the fasting month. P.Ramlee remembered the excitement of celebrating Eid on a train for the first time.
Saya masih teringat pada 8 hari bulan Ogos tahun 48, itu hari yang mula-mula saya keluar dari Pulau Pinang menuju ke Singapura untuk bermain filem. Adalah hari raya yang pertama. Dan pada hari itu saya merayakan hari raya Aidil Fitri di dalam kereta api. Jadi saya dapat melihat banyak negara, banyak negeri berhari raya. Dari Pulau Pinang terus ke Singapura.
Dulu kereta api pun tak tahu bangsa asapnya, pakai arangnya. Muka dia hitam-hitam, cuci muka. Dia bagi take kelas. Jadi kami turun-turun, cuci muka semua, barulah makan.
But with little money, the two young hopefuls were living on excitement and adrenaline, not luxuries, as Sukadi vividly remembers about their accommodation.
Bukan beli tempat tidur, beli store. So, selang 2 hari kami pun pergilah screen test.
Action!
A week after their auditions, Sukadi, who was unsuccessful, returned home to Penang. But Ramlee, who was still hopeful of an acting offer, settled for odd jobs as clapperboy, stagehand, and later as playback singer. Ramlee's patience finally paid off when at age 19 he was given his first screen debut in a supporting role as the villain in the film Cinta. Former actor and crooner, the late Datuk Ahmad Daud, recalled watching the film with friends in Penang.
Bila dia buka baju dalam gambar cerita, kita ni member gelap. Macam apa? Bila dia angkat tangan tu, P.Ramlee, terlang tulang kering punya kuih. dengan dia punya pipi tu orang panggil macam tonjol ke depan tu, jawab batu kuih. Bahkan bila dia menyanyi pula kita nak tergelak. Awak suara lain. Menyanyi sayang jiwamu mula.
Datuk L. Krishnan was one of the few Indian directors hired by the Shaw Studio. He gave P.Ramlee his first lead role in a drama called Bhakti, much to the shock of the studio people.
Saya gunakan Ramlee sebagai hero di dalam Bhakti because he was a singer. So saya pun bilang sama Ramlee, lagu-lagu semua jangan kasih hilang.
Ramlee's screen impact was so impressive that after Bhakti, Krishnan went on to cast Ramlee as the lead in 3 other films. Their immediate success made P.Ramlee a hot property.
He was a good actor. He can't even dance. So I told him, don't worry, I'll keep only up till here. You just walk. Walk to rhythm.
Following his first screen test, Ramlee befriended comedian Dying Harris, who had helped him in his early years. Ramlee soon fell for Harris' daughter, Junaina, but Harris wanted Ramlee to marry his older daughter, Junaida, a divorcee. Ramlee, who hated confrontations, took the path of least resistance. In early 1950, he married Junaida. His only biological son, Nasir, was born 3 years later. That same year, Ramlee won Radio Malay's Best Male Singer Award with his song Aziza, making him a sought-after actor and singer. Aziza, composed before he became an actor, soon topped the charts and stayed there for over 4 weeks. Ramlee rode on the song's massive popularity, with every woman wanting to be Aziza. But the constant attention from his legion of female fans took a toll on their marriage. The next year, Junaida decided she had had enough and left him, leaving Nasir in P.Ramlee's care. Despite juggling a rapidly advancing career and looking after Nasir, P.Ramlee always found time for other people, as composer Kasim Masdur, a studio messenger boy at the time, remembers.
Tiap-tiap pagi saya mesti kudukan P.Ramlee. Ketika dia mandi, favorite singer dia Nat King Cole. Saya kena main itu yang gramophone yang pakai spring, pakai kunci. Yang banyak membimbing saya dalam muzik ni ialah Allahyarham Tan Sri P.Ramlee. Dialah yang mengajar saya bagaimana nak tulis lagu dan bagaimana nak membaca not. Lama-kelamaan dia suruh saya tulis lagu yang dicipta. Dia lantik saya sebagai penolong pengarah muzik dia.
To composer Ahmad Nawab, P.Ramlee's extraordinary gift for music more than made up for his lack of formal musical training.
Saya tengok dia pandainya, dia boleh baca note without playing instrument. He can sing. Sekiranya lagu saya dinyanyi oleh P.Ramlee, I can say that barulah saya percaya diri saya komposer.
Not long after his divorce from Junaida, P.Ramlee was back on the dating scene. Beauty queen Mariani Ismail, who was Miss Singapore 1951, caught his eye.
Kami selalu dating lah. Bila tak syuting aja, dia akan jumpa saya. Bila dah jatuh cinta, dia bilang, saya nak kahwin sama you, dia bilang. Tapi saya tak mau you berlakon. You nak nyanyi boleh. Saya ajar you nyanyi.
P.Ramlee had found the new love of his life. But by forbidding Mariani to become an actress, Ramlee had unwittingly set the stage for his own heartbreak. Mariani was being seriously courted by the Shaw Studios, and someone else had a very special place in her heart.